This morning, we are sharing tips for drivers about how to save on those costly car insurance bills. The average price for full coverage in the U.S. is more than $2,300 a year. According to the latest government report, motor vehicle insurance rates are up 16.5% from last year. To help drivers, Consumers Reports has now a buyer's guide on new car insurance. Their deputy editor of special reports, Brian Vines, joins us with some tips for lowering your car insurance payments. Brian, good morning.
Good morning to you.
For parking, I apologize.
Because this dude drives a car in New York City.
Yes, yeah, I have big car insurance problems because I got my license suspended, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into, that's a whole other story. I've told it before, you know, the mugshot. You can save $200 a year just by shopping and staying vigilant taking a defensive driving course. Tell us about that.
All of these things are true. Number one, we should all be looking at those policies once a year as they renew. Don't sleep on your car insurance policies. It might feel comfortable for your insurance person to call you up and say, oh, I'm sending over the new policy. Sure, one less thing off your plate, but you can be saving money by really examining those things and shopping around at least once a year.
It never occurs to me to shop around for insurance. You know, you sign up with the same people. I only get frustrated when you go to make a claim and then they do the hokey pokey and turn themselves around not to pay you.
Right.
But I just automatically just sign up for another year. It never occurs to me to shop around. You say that's foolish. We need
It's
to start
imperative
doing
that you shop around because rates can be competitive. They're going up, but there is a lot of room among the competitors.
But Tony, you were asking about defensive driving, right?
Well, there's a class you can take, right?
Absolutely.
So there are things that they will, if you do this, they'll give you that, right?
Yes, if you do a defensive driving class, your insurer will give you a break on your premium. So just by taking those classes...
How much of a break?
You can save as much as $233 a year. And it makes a difference. All of these things add up, especially if you know someone who's 16 or 17, and putting that teenager on your insurance can drive premiums up by as much as $2,000. So it's a great idea at any age. And on the other end of the spectrum, if you're over 70, that's when your insurance rates start to creep up again. Because 16-year-olds have high rates of collisions, and by the time you reach 70, those things start to creep up a little more. So defensive driving for seniors, AARP offers a discount for a AAA class that gives seniors tips on defensive driving to keep those seasoned drivers safe and keep their rates lower.
I like that word, seasoned.
Yeah, very seasoned drivers. But you mentioned something interesting. You talked about collision, and you say that another way to save potentially $1,000 is to drop collision and comprehensive insurance, which to me sounds risky. Even when I'm renting a car, I'm like, give me everything. Give me everything to make sure nothing happens.
At that counter, if you're like, put it on.
Put it all on there.
Don't do that, huh?
So one of the things that you really should be diligent about is go to that Kelley Blue Book and see if your premium for your collision and the other is comprehensive. If the value of your car is within 10% of what your premium is, you might want to renegotiate. In other words, you might be paying an outsized amount of money for a car that's not as valuable.
Brian, it's great to have you here. I'm sorry I was late and did not attend on time.
And you cut your hair.
You know, it comes and goes.
Always looks good, though.
I have to say, I don't make any big ticket purchase without Consumer Reports, so it's fantastic. It really is a great resource.
CR.org. Check us out.